gonna post all me just like, oh, what's wrong with my mic?
I mean, Chris and I do like to be as real as possible. We don't really edit a lot of stuff out of our stuff. It's more of like this is life.
This
If
is
people don't want to
life.
listen to this, they can just, go ahead and move along a little. Go past 30 seconds or something.
Well, I actually listened to a few of your episodes,
Yeah.
your car
Which ones?
problems.
Oh, the car problems.
The last one, I've listened to a little bit of the paleontologist one. That was pretty long, pretty interesting guy. I also listened to the what was the name of that German band? I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Uh,
at the shore.
at the Shore. I did listen to that one.
Yeah, those are our most recent ones. We're actually kind of shocked that 40 people on YouTube actually viewed our most recent episode because usually our normal episodes don't get as many views. Our
Well, that
interviews get more views usually.
oh
Oh, really?
But I guess people wanted to listen to us talk about whatever. You just never know what you're going to get with us sometimes. But well, I'm glad you listened to some. Yeah, the paleontologist one was pretty long, but
interesting though.
it's just
Interesting
because
though.
we just had such a good conversation with him, and we're just like, you know what? Let's just keep on trucking. It was like 2 hours long. It was our longest one yet. They don't normally go that long.
Well, if we have to sit here for 2 hours, it'll be fine by me. I don't know about Brian, but I'm okay with it.
I don't know if we'll go 2 hours, but I think it's because we had a lot of in-depth questions with the paleontologist.
She's saying we're not interesting, Brian.
No, I'm not.
She's
I'm
saying
just
that.
saying he's
Rude.
got the scientific part,
Rude.
you gotta explain things more.
You're
So,
still rude. I'm kidding. But anyhow, so how were you today? What'd you do? Anything fun?
no, I worked.
Oh,
I worked 7 to 3:30.
Ugh.
7 a.m.
7 a.m. I get up at 5:30.
Oof.
I
On a
have to get up
Saturday?
long. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to get up early enough to wake up before I get to work.
I am sorry.
I have
But
gone
it's
to work.
over,
Yep, it's over.
and you're
Finally,
talking
it's
to
my
us.
Saturday, and I'm talking to you guys. But well, we should get this show on the road,
Probably
get this
before people
party
decide
started.
to say, forget these guys.
Nah, I can cut out the beginning if you really want me to.
We don't care. We're just giving you a hard time.
But yes, thank you. I know that someone reached out. I'm not sure who reached out to us. I think it was who?
Me.
You? Okay.
Yeah, it
I
was me.
wasn't sure. You never know sometimes.
I didn't use my name. I just said, hey, would you like to please have us on, please? Please?
Hey, we're fine with people contacting us. It's usually the other way around.
Well, we saw it and we were like, these guys are cool. Sorta.
Well, I'm glad we're sort of cool,
Just kidding. You guys are tight.
but we have done a lot of episodes, a lot of interviews. Next week, Tuesday will be our official 2 years of doing the podcast.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yep, next week, Tuesday.
That's a big milestone.
Well, one
Wow.
year was a milestone, but we made it 2 years now so far, and we're still going strong.
These are weekly, aren't they?
Yeah, we try to release one every week. Sometimes we have random ones where we do two releases in a week, but it all depends on depending on who we interviewed. Do you have something pressing that needs to be released sooner, and all that? So we work around things sometimes.
Cool.
So yeah, well, thank you for reaching out and coming on the podcast.
We like being here.
And if anyone,
Sorry, Brian.
I'm sure people don't know who you are, so if you could introduce yourselves and the role you play in the band and who the band is. Don't forget that part.
Well, we are King of Cups. I'm Brian. I play guitar and I do vocals.
I'm Sean. I mainly do vocals, but sometimes Brian lets me play guitar when he feels good, you know, when it's a good day for me.
And it's just the two of you guys, and you guys just kind of have other people step in to play other parts.
Yeah, so we had a full band a long time ago, and it just kind of there were a lot of egos involved, and it was a lot easier for us to just step back and kind of do it ourselves. So now, if we need somebody to come in and play drums, we'll hire a drummer to come in for that song.
Yeah.
As far as bass goes, I used to track a lot of the bass, but we've actually been having Sean's brother-in-law track the bass a lot lately.
Well, that's convenient, right? Your brother-in-law?
He is one of the coolest dudes I know. Tyler, I love that guy. He plays bass for a he doesn't actually play this style of music that much, but I'm kind of making him because well, your family now, bro. You got married into my family, bro. You got to do it. You're stuck. So but he's been doing a phenomenal job. He's done the last two tracks, right?
Yeah, so the last song we released, and then the current one that we're working on.
Okay, okay.
And we are talking about getting my boy Kevin. Shout out to Drummer 101, who's on Instagram. Kevin, great drum teacher, great drummer. We've been friends with this guy for over 20 years. So he was a no-brainer to be like, Kevin, please be on our please be on our music.
Sometimes you gotta beg a little.
Well, I didn't have to beg too much.
Oh,
I
well,
was
that's
just
good.
I was just it was just for being dramatic.
You
But
were just being dramatic.
yeah.
Eh, we're all that
I'm a
way
s-
sometimes.
I'm the main singer, so of course I'm gonna be a drama queen a little bit. But I love the guy, 20 years, and as Brian was saying, there was a lot of egos and drama involved. We talked about it and we were like, we're the only two we could really, really depend on. And this is how King of Cups came to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen a few, we've had a few bands that have just been like two people that do majority of the stuff and they just kind of have like a traveling drummer or something. I mean, if
Yeah.
that's how it works out that way.
Yeah, like Sean was saying, we're kind of the only two dependable people. We've worked with being band members where we've, you know, gotten to the rehearsal room to pack all our stuff up to take it to a gig, and then we find out that one of the band members is in jail and they're not sure if they're even going to be bailed out on time to come play the gig, and we're just like, yeah, we're done with that. We can't do this anymore.
You had
Right.
to tell that story. Or how about the one where we had a huge show and one of the band members lied to us and we drove to his house and knocked on his door and he wasn't home.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was sick. And then we had another band member who, day of show, canceled on us and said that he was too nervous to play live and he didn't want to be in the band anymore.
Oh,
So we ended up making a phone call, and then, a buddy of ours sat in the parking lot in my car, you know, just learning all of the songs so that when it was time for us to go up and play, he could fill in.
wow. That's some bad luck with band members.
We had good times. We had really good times. Wonderful.
Sounds like
But
it.
yeah, the guy said he was throwing up and he had to turn around and go home. And like I said, we checked on him. I'm like, oh, he's throwing up. We have to check on our boy. And this is like the third time he called in from the biggest show we were gonna play. And like I said, he wasn't there. And I was like, dude, we can't have this bull crap. We can't do it.
Right.
Yeah, we ended up finding out he was like playing poker or something with a bunch of friends.
Oh,
And we're like,
poker
okay,
was more
well,
important apparently.
yeah, apparently
Apparently.
biggest show of our career, and he was not showing up to it.
And he
No.
got it for us. He got that show for us with his friends. So we were like, fuck. Excuse my language. Are we am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, you can cuss. It's fine.
Oh, cool, cool. But yeah, we're like, what the heck, dude?
Uh, I know how that goes though. I've been part of like a car show scene for a while, and like there's just been so much drama lately randomly with people in it, and my husband and I took a step back the last few years and we're just like, oh, I just don't want to be part of this drama anymore.
Well, what drama could you have at a car show? I mean, like people
Oh my
stealing
gosh.
cars or something, or
No, not that kind of
catalytic
stuff.
converters?
These are rockabilly shows, so we go to like
Oh.
classic car shows and stuff. But it's like it's just the people starting drama with other people. It's like, can we just not be high schoolers and grow up?
Is
Hmm.
it like the people showing off their cars or just like the people who are there looking at cars?
I mean, it's can be both.
Oh wow.
It's just people in the scene. Every little scene is going to have its drama, but it's like you would think that we're all of certain age at these shows that we could like, be a little more mature with things, but I guess not.
You would think, but people be people, I guess.
I
And
know. So
the
we kind of
same.
took a step
Sorry.
back, so I kind of get it with the
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah, we got tired of the drama. So, like I said, we've been like Tyler has proven himself time and time again. Like he's been solid. We shot some music videos. We called him up, said, "Yo, dog, you want to be in some music videos?" He's all, "Yes." He showed up before we did. I remember Brian and I were driving there, and like Tyler texts me. He's like, "When you guys gonna be here?" I'm like, "What? You're there before we are?"
He's very prompt.
First basis that I've seen be that reliable. Incredible.
You know, that's just it. Maybe his like mom or dad has always been late his whole life, and so he's always on time for things. Because that's how I am. My dad is late to everything. So I'm always like either right on time or early. Because I don't want to be my dad and be late to everything.
I used to be like that until I had kids. Now I'm late for everything.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. So I was going to ask you guys, what's your origin story for the band? I know that there's a little bit of origin in there already because you've had so many different, people leave and come into the band.
Where do we start, Brian? Where do we start?
Let's see. So
Do we go back?
I met Sean
Okay.
through another bandmate. I was in another band at the time, and our bass player's amp went out, and we had a show that night. And so our guitarist called up Sean, was like, "Yo, can we borrow your bass amp?" And then Sean came out, let us borrow his rig, and I mean, like Sean and I hit it off after that, and I mean, we were just like best friends after that. And so then we always tried to start up a project for probably a couple of years. And then we finally got something up and running. And that's where we had all the drama that we previously talked about.
We had multiple bands with multiple instances of drama.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it got so bad, the drama at one point in one of our bands, that I said I was done with music. I wasn't even going to play anymore. And it took Sean like several months, I think, to convince me to get back into it when we started King of Cups.
I wrote reflections one New Year's Eve. I was just sitting on the couch. My wife and I were just chilling. I was just sitting on the couch playing guitar. I came up with this riff and I started like singing this melody and I'm all like, I think I'm gonna make Brian record this with me. So I sent him a little demo and Brian's like, bah, bah. And I was all, come on, dude. Come on. I just kept trying and trying, like, come on, dude, we'll be different. It'll be different this time. We'll just you and me and no drama and it'll work out. And the rest is history, pretty much,
And
sorta.
it's worked out
Mostly. No, it
mostly.
has. It has, it has.
Now, King of Cups is a well-known tarot card that represents emotional maturity, compassion, and wisdom. Did you guys come up with the band name because of that card, or did it come from somewhere else?
Well, I have a cut. How'd you know that? Did you did you did you run a tarot reading before this?
No, but I have dabbled a little in tarot and stuff.
Ah. Well, yes, the tarot it represents older gentlemen. We are a bit older, and King of Cups is like the precursor to the playing card water. Not water, hearts, the King of Hearts.
Hmm.
So like water represents emotion and heart represents emotion. And King of Hearts is like a super like everyone does that.
Right.
So King of Cups was the next best thing in my opinion. So it's kind of like like tarot was also a game, uh, like the precursor to the modern playing cards. So I just said, oh, we could be the king of emotions. We could be emotionally mature gentlemen, and so it was kind of my fault with the naming of the band. Am I right about that, Brian, or am I off
Yeah,
base?
yeah. No, I remember we were sending texts back and forth with like band name ideas, and Sean sent King of Cups. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. Like, I like that one a lot. And he's like, you do? I'm
I
like,
was
yeah,
actually
I think it
shocked.
sounds
Yeah,
cool.
it does sound cool because we're freaking kings of cups, dude.
Of cups.
Like Brian's using a cup. You can't do nothing without a cup.
What kind of cups are we talking about?
Mostly hearts.
Mostly hearts.
Yeah, we're trying to sway your emotions. We're trying to be kings of your emotions.
Yeah. Well, you guys are a fairly new band too, though. Like 3, maybe 4 years, right? Or so.
Something like that. I mean,
Or did you start like earlier on and just haven't released stuff right away?
yeah, probably something more like that. Because I think it was around 2017, I want to say, when Sean wrote. Actually, no, when did you wrote
It was it
Reflections
was
in like 2000?
2017. It was
But I think
2017.
you wrote it in 2014,
No. No, that was a different
2015.
song.
It was when I was living in Hawaii. You wrote it and you sent it to me.
Was it
But it
2016?
it took it took like a couple of years before we like really sat
No.
down and recorded it.
No, really? Well,
Yeah.
we had a different band name. We were called Black It Out back in 2017, 2018. In fact, we were called Black It Out back in like 2008, 2009, and then we took a huge hiatus after another band that shall not be named, unless you want to name it, Brian.
We'll leave it out for now.
Black it out. Black it out.
Yeah, we thought
Eh,
it sounded too metally,
it is a little like that. Yeah, I could
right?
see
And
where that would be.
Yeah,
so we
we
started.
kept
Sorry.
getting bundled on playlists with like metal bands and stuff, and we're like, we don't fit in this. So we're like, we need to rebrand ourselves, and we kind of wanted to shift gears with like the music we were playing anyway, and kind
Hmm.
of write more mature music. Um, so that was kind of where the rebrand with King of Cups came into play.
Yeah, because I know like on like Spotify, there's only music from like 2022, I think, on there, and
Yeah,
then till
correct.
now.
Correct.
And I know you guys released a song this year, which was Watch the World Burn, which was back
Yeah.
in May,
Yeah.
which I love that song. I do love the
Oh,
song.
thank you. Thank you.
Do you guys have any other new music coming out this
Oh,
year
yeah.
that fans want? Because I know you mentioned a little bit about had another song in the works.
You
Yeah,
want to take this in, Brian?
we're finishing it up right now. It's pretty much ready to go. It was probably going to come out either end of this month or end of next month. So pretty soon. Um, but yeah, no, this it's a cool song. It's got a riff from one of our old bands that we really liked that we always wanted to do something with. And that band could never really get the song together in a good workable spot. So um, we've been kind of working on this song, God, for at least a year, and we finally have something that we think is really awesome.
We just couldn't get it down. Like I sang the part multiple times and it just never felt right. So I had to rewrite everything again. And this rewrite actually seems like it's sticking. So we are pleased with it.
Yeah, this is probably the most time we've ever spent on a song too, because we generally don't do this many rewrites, and I mean I feel like we've kind of rewritten this song like 3 different times now, and it all just kind of revolves around that one riff, like in the intro of the song, and I'll say it's a really cool riff. I was listening to a test mix of the song the other day in my car, and it kind of starts off with like this little clean arpeggiated guitar, and then it's really soft, and then the drums kick in with a big drum roll, and then the whole band crashes in with this like really sick riff, and my 2-year-old in the back seat just like screams and starts clapping and headbanging in his car seat. And so I text Sean, I'm like, well, this song's toddler approved.
I was gonna say it's 2-year-old approved, so it's got to be a good one, right?
Yeah.
If the
It's got
kids approve, that's what all that's what makes it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, if he hears it and starts rocking out to it, then it's tapping into something primal.
Right.
it's got synth too.
Yeah, synth.
Oh yeah.
Is there an instrument that you've wanted to like randomly use in a song before that you've never used before? Like just some random weird song, like maybe a banjo or even like a triangle or something you'd ever want to work into a song?
I have a steel guitar that I've always wanted to fit into Sean
I'm
shaking
kidding, I'm
though.
kidding, I'm kidding.
No, I've always
No,
wanted to figure out a way to like fit that into a song, but it just, it hasn't presented itself
oh
yet.
dude, let's get some jugs and some washboard in there and a didgeridoo. Why in the hell not? Let's just do it all, dude. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We could do a steel guitar. That could be really tight, but we need to have the setting perfect for that. Because Tiger Army, I love older Tiger Army. There's a song with a steel guitar where I'm like, so if we can make me go, "Ooh," we're gonna do a steel guitar.
Uh-oh, you got to make them go, ooh.
Ooh.
What about you, Sean?
What about me?
Any instruments that you've always wanted to put in our music that we haven't stuck in yet?
Oh, I thought I said didgeridoo.
Well, he wants a didgeridoo apparently.
All right,
A
well,
kazoo.
we'll figure out how to write a song that's got steel guitar and didgeridoo.
You know what'd be tight?
Maybe the didgeridoo could just be like a little like echo in the background of the stuff.
No, I take it back. I want a theremin.
That would actually be really
That'd
sick.
be hella tight.
Yeah, that would be sick. I was trying to find a theremin plugin recently, like a virtual instrument that I could like maybe play on a keyboard. Because yeah, I've actually had that idea throwing that into one of our songs. I think the current song that we're working on, a theremin would actually work really well in it.
Dude,
But
it's gonna be delayed another month or two. We're getting the theremin.
I was gonna say, but you were just saying that song is pretty much finished. You
I,
can't throw in a new instrument.
I'm bull crapping him. Did you know Brian actually sings in that song?
I do,
Yeah.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
don't sing in a lot of our music, but occasionally I make an appearance. I actually
Yep.
sing a lot of this song though. Are you putting mustard on a
Oh
banana?
God, he's
What are you
gonna do the
talking about?
mustard on a banana thing. Oh God.
It's fucking horrible. Chris sucks. Your friend Chris sucks. She did this on one of the things, so I was just bringing it out random. I probably did it at a bad time. I'm sorry, Brian. Continue with your thing. I just thought I didn't want to. Honey mustard isn't the worst on this. And Chris doesn't suck. I'm sorry, Chris. You're just not here to defend yourself. This is a bad idea, Chris.
I think I missed that episode.
I think you did.
It was a thing. It's a thing. Chris talked about it randomly with a band, and they were like, "Oh, we should try that." And then they never tried it. And then we mentioned it again to another band, and they were like, "Oh, we should try that." And then they didn't do it. And then we finally mentioned it to like the band from Germany that Sean said he watched, and they actually did a video of it and sent it to us and actually tried it. And the singer, she did not like it, but the drummer loved it.
It's a weird combo. I
And then I decided, oh, fine, I'll do the stupid challenge. And yeah, I almost threw up on my video.
I mean, honey mustard. I thought honey mustard would be the best choice, and it had slight sweetness that it, it, it wasn't that good. I do not recommend. Um, Chris and that band, that drummer. I don't know, guys. Get some help and get it fast. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're
So
good.
anytime we randomly mention this, we're like, you should let us know if it's any good.
It's not. It's not.
But this will be the first time we've had someone do it right away in an interview. At least you did your research on us.
I did. I did.
You get
See,
a gold star for that.
a whole gold star.
A whole gold star.
Well, Brian, looks like you got to up your game, bucko.
I think I'm fresh out of bananas right now.
What about
Oh
mustard?
well.
Just raw dog it, dude.
Ugh.
No, but anyhow, Brian was saying he was singing in this song, and he doesn't sing in very many of our songs. He sang on Missing You, and he sounded phenomenal. And he's sounding pretty good. Well, phenomenal and weighted. How dare I say anything less about you, Brian?
How dare.
How dare you? Yeah, no, I think it's turned out really well though. So
Well, I can't wait to hear the new song. Hopefully it's as good as the other one. No, I was kidding.
I think this
Better.
is our best one so
Oh, your
far.
best one so far.
Hmm.
Well,
Not just because I, sing quite a bit of the song, but just because I think it's just, I mean, it's got it's got a lot of dynamic range to it. We do a lot of stuff that we've never really done before. Like it's really guitar driven, but there's like a lot of synth in there, which we don't
hmm.
really work with synth that often. Um, and then the verses are like really mellow with like kind of like super ambient guitars that are just like delaying and reverb all over the place. It's very
Yeah,
like spacey sounding, and so I'm excited to put this song out.
I'm excited to hear it.
Thought it was
You know,
kind of bass driven. Sorry.
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
mean it's got thumpy bass in there too.
Thumpy thump.
It's funny because you were mentioning like how this one is a little different, and I'm just like, on your Spotify profile, it's saying, I'd say you guys are pretty genre fluid, I guess I would use the word, according to your Spotify. And I'm like, so is that if you came up randomly to an 80-year-old grandma on the street, how would you describe your music to this 80-year-old grandma?
That's a tough one. That's kind of where we have a hard time, whenever we're marketing ourselves, it's that's always the conversation that we have is like, what genre do we fit into? Because like we've got elements of, pop rock and pop punk and I mean we've been turned down on like different playlists because we sounded too pop punk, and we've been turned down on another playlist because we sounded, too alternative rock. And it's like, and that there's such like small minute differences
Hmm.
in them. I mean we're just rock.
That's
Right.
what I would say to a grandma. We're just rock to a grandma. Like, cause they're not gonna understand anything else. I mean, not to be rude. Um, my mom's 80. You call my mom a grandma, dude?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But no, my mom is actually really quite with it. She'd understand the difference between pop punk and rock, I think.
Well, maybe it's because she has a son that's a musician.
You're pretty smart. Pretty smart, Jess. No, but for a regular 80-year-old, I'd say we're rock because I don't think they'd understand. To people who kind of understand, I'd say we're like alternative emo, alternative emo, something like that.
Yeah, we I think that a lot of people think we lean a little too pop and like radio friendly. Um, which this song we kind of made it a little bit heavier. Like Watch the World Burn, I think we made that song a little bit heavier too than what we had been writing compared to, the two tracks before that, which was Back to You and Missing You, which those were, I mean, those, in my opinion, were straight up pop rock songs. Um, but like the genre that Shaun and I have always loved and we've always kind of like steered toward was like post hardcore.
Hmm.
But for whatever reason, we'd never write post hardcore.
It happens. It happens. You write what you're feeling, which brings me to my next question, though. How does your music reflect your personal experiences and emotions? And how do you hope it resonates with your fans on a deeper level?
You want to take this one, Sean?
I don't know. I think she's digging too deep, bro. I think she's digging too deep. No, but for real, so it depends on the song, really. So, you know, like for how we want our fans to what do we want our fans to take from it? I want them to take we I kind of write stuff to be kind of in a way so that people could take what they want from it, right? It's not like super specific where I say, Jimmy John, you did this to me. You suck, Jimmy John. But I want it to be like universal. Like Back to You was written about me when I met my wife. I met her at my job, and I was moving to another area. I had 12 days to kind of like woo her, and somehow I made it work. And at 12 days, and then I moved back after we got together, and the song is called, Back to You. So I wasn't super specific about her and I, but I mean, if she listened to it, she'd get it, you know. But anybody else listening to it, I want it to be a universal experience of like being away from the person you love and getting back to them and wanting to be with them. And Missing You was about my dad who passed away when I was 18. And Brian's, was it your grandpa that passed away?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother, I'm so sorry. And when we were writing that, we were talking about, he told me his grandma, so that's what that song's going to be about. And it's going to be about missing someone. And in general, I feel like it's about missing someone who's passed. Because Brian's part, I wrote the lyrics for. You were so warm. I can't remember the lyrics off the top of my head, but it's pretty much you're warmer than your headstone. You're warmer than that stone that remembers you. That's pretty much the sentiment. So it's kind of like this thing is remembering you as, just it's an object, like a cold headstone with your name and stuff. And to anyone else, that's nothing. But to me, you were much greater than just a headstone, just a name chiseled into rock, if you will, and missing you and all that stuff. And yeah, and Reflections, well, that's about somebody who well, it's about my brother who's kind of a butthole. Um, well, not more about his brother, more like his fiance. She's a huge butthole. Um, yeah, Watch the World Burn. I mean, that one's about, well, obviously the tensions in the elections. No, we're not taking sides. We're not taking sides here. We're just saying that there's tension, and it's like we're just like fuck it, just let the shit burn. Burn this shit down right now. This sucks. Everyone's pissed at each other. So that's kind of where we're getting at with that one. You
Right.
know what I mean? Did
I
I
get
answer your
it.
question well enough, or did I go off base? Did I
Nope.
miss a part?
Nope, you're good.
Yeah, I think what I'll add in there too is like so Sean touched on like the lyrical stories and stuff, but even musically we try to take the listener on a journey. With with Watch the World Burn, it's like when the chorus hits, it really explodes, and so we're trying to kind of like really release like that anger. With Back to You and Missing You, like we're Missing You really, I think is a good example of this. So it's like we're kind of bringing the energy down in the verses, and the drums have like this cool like tom beat, and it feels really like soothing almost.
Hmm.
And then the energy kind of kicks up a little bit like during the chorus, and so we really try and ride like dynamically like throughout the songs. And then when I'm mixing the songs too at the end, once we've recorded everything, I mean, I'm constantly riding all of the faders up and down and stuff, so that certain parts are sticking out and then tucking back in, and taking the listener just on this dynamic journey while they listen to the song.
Yeah. Now,
And
speaking
missing,
of Jeremy,
sorry.
well, got more to say to that?
Yes, I do. And Missing You kind of has a light motif in the guitar, which is mirrored in the vocals. Like, you may notice in the very beginning of that one, it has the pre-chorus melody. Am I right, Brian? Am I wrong there?
Yes, you're
The
right.
tattooed on my insides. And then the actual chorus has a guitar that's played in like what, a third to the mostly a third to the vocals. So it's kind of like it's got like a foreshadowing and what's to come in the beginning. Kind of like it's kind of neat. So it has that missing you type quality. Like it's like almost like a ghost. You know what I mean? So sorry to interrupt you. And I
No worries. No worries. I was just talking, you guys were talking about journeys, and I'm like, well, what has your musical journey been throughout the years? Like, who has been your biggest influences over the years?
Yeah, so I mean, I started playing guitar when I was 10, and I would say the influence for that was like Metallica, which is pretty standard for most guitar players. You know, everybody learns Metallica riffs because they sound cool and they're super easy to play. Um, and then, you know, as I got older, I started getting into Blink 182 and Fall Out Boy and, you know, all of the pop punk stuff from the early 2000s. Um, you know, all the screamo stuff. You know, some of our previous stuff that we've done way back in the day, you know, had like a Treyu kind of esque sounds, or My Chemical Romance, and you know, we've done like some scary kids scaring kids kind of stuff, very
Hmm.
Warped Tour sounding, you know, music. Um, you know, but like we said earlier, we are King of Cups now. We are emotionally mature, so we're writing more mature music.
Right. What about you, Sean?
was hoping you weren't going to ask me this. Who is my vocal inspiration or inspiration in general?
Just musical inspirations in general.
Well, vocally, I've been really digging Shane Told from
Silverstein?
Silverstein. That's it. And Matthew Davies Keys. How do you say his name? Cree from Funeral for a Friend. I really love that guy's vocals. He's phenomenal. And you know, so those guys I'm kind of, you know, listening to for how to how to sound.
Yeah.
And for songwriting, God, whenever I'm listening to at the moment, really. I mean, I went through a time where I was only listening to the self-titled Seosin album for a while. I love that album. And so I don't know. I really do like some of the old school classical music people too, like Arvo. No, he's not super old school. This guy named Arvo Pärt, he really inspires me as well. I know it's super random. Most of you probably haven't ever heard of him, but he's phenomenal, and I kind of love the way he sounds. So
Yeah. Now, where do you guys usually pull inspiration from? Just normal life things, or is there any places like you've randomly been and you just got inspired to write something? Like any unexpected places?
Uh, I don't know about unexpected for me, but definitely, you know, music inspires me. Real events for sure. I mean, we've got plenty of songs that we have kind of in the bag that we're working on that are, you know, personal, but um, you know, for Missing You, when I was first writing that song before I kind of pitched the idea to Sean, um, I was listening to like some indie band. I don't even remember the name of the band. Um, but they had this like energy drop in their verses, and there was like this cool tom thing. And that's where I got the idea. I was like, I want to do something like that, where like it's just like this cool tom beat, you know, in the verse that the vocals are singing over. And so with that idea, that's kind of how I built, you know, like the instrumentation for Missing You.
Sean,
I zoned out. What was the question?
are there any unexpected places you've pulled inspiration from?
Um, no,
No?
not unexpected, really. I mean, I guess you could say I was like, I'm chilling in the shower, and then suddenly a sweet melody to something I was trying to write popped in my head. I'm like, damn, I gotta get out of the shower and write this down, man. Gotta record this, but you know, I'm halfway through my shower, so I kind of can't. Or I'm driving, I'm all do. Oh, I love that melody. I gotta remember that, you know. So that's kind of what happens to me. Inspiration, I'm sure you're talking like what if I see something like, ooh, the color red, it makes me feel angry, so I put an angry song. No, nothing really like that. It's mainly I listen to a song, I'm like, dang, that sounds awesome. I kind of want to sound like that. Or something random pops in my head, or I go through an experience and I'm like, man, we gotta put this out there. Like whenever a song's called Live, Laugh, Love, I don't know if you listened to that one.
Yeah, I like
It,
that one.
oh, I'm glad you do. I came up with the idea for the lyrics for that one. It's more of a mocking type of thing. We don't actually go live, laugh, love, everybody. Oh my goodness, you know. No, we're more like Karens, you know, the people that would have that on their wall. Um, just jerks, you know. You know the Karens, the people that walk
Yes.
around and just yell at
People that
people.
aren't living, laughing, and loving.
They're not
Nope.
living, laughing, loving.
Oh, I know Karen's all too well. I have a friend. She makes adult coloring books and she made a Karen one. And all the Karens came out of the woodwork to comment about her coloring book and how, not cool it is that she's calling them out and using the word Karen, the name Karen and all that. And I'm like, well, you're being a Karen in your comment in your review here, so you're
I
proving
like
it
that.
right.
I like that a lot.
But it's just funny because yeah, I know a Karen. I know Karens all too well. Plus, I
Yeah.
work in
Do
retail,
I
so
was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you. Did they come into your work?
they do. You get a lot of Karens at work.
Yeah, and then obviously, I mean, we talked about Watch the World Burn earlier. That's, inspired by some very recent events in the country.
Yes.
Um, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll draw inspiration from anything that we feel like we need to get out there, and it's therapeutic to write these songs too sometimes.
Right. Now I do hear like there are a lot of differences in like your older music and then now your newer stuff. Uh, how do you feel like the direction you guys are going in? Like, is it more the newer stuff, or are you guys just gonna kind of keep doing whatever you want?
Every time we talk about like honing in our sound, we write something like completely different from what we were talking about. So, you know, I feel like I'm just gonna write whatever I write. Whatever comes out, that's what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whose fault is that, Brian?
Hey,
I have a
that's
yeah.
how it works sometimes.
I'm just teasing him, but I have a feeling we're gonna end up being more post-hardcore, more even more toward the Warp Tour type sound. I mean, I feel like we could be on a Warp Tour stage with our sound. I think we could hack it, but I feel like we're gonna go even more in that direction. Am I wrong, Brian, or am I crazy?
Yeah, there have been discussions. There have been ideas, riffs, lyrics, melodies that have been thrown around.
Yeah. I saw you guys put your hats in the ring for the Battle of the Bands for Warped Tour.
You know, we won, but we had to turn it down and say, Brian has a Brian has a kid. I have 5 cats. We got to go on this podcast around the same time. Sorry,
Oh
can't
man.
can't do. I know. We had to give up a lot for this podcast.
Well,
So I hope you're thankful, Jess.
I'm very thankful. Did you guys go to Warped Tour back in the day?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. We
How many?
I don't even know. I remember we actually the first band that Shaun and I were in together that we started we had just recorded our EP, and the studio had a whole bunch of tickets for Warped Tour, so they gave the whole band tickets. So then we went there and just passed out our CDs to everybody.
Yeah. Did you carry around like a Walkman and everything?
We
No,
shoulda.
I didn't. I'm sure someone did.
I remember
I,
those days because like I had friends that were in bands and stuff, and I would be like, listen to this. Because I'd help them in the line with the people and be like, listen to this. You need to listen to this.
you're a very good friend.
I tried. I
You're a
tried.
very good friend because our friends were like, "No, we're not going to do that." We even didn't do that. We didn't do that. Dang. We
Yeah,
should
you
have.
should have. You should have. Missed opportunities. I went to 16 years of Warp Tours. So
Oh wow. No, I definitely didn't go to that many.
I
Yeah,
used to
not.
I used to follow the tour. Like one year my friends and I followed the tour for like a week. So it was like we were touring like a band, but we're not a band.
How do you like do get away with that? Like, like don't you got a job or
Well, I
something
was
that
like
like
that
you're
was like when I was like in my early 20s. So my job I didn't care that much about my job at
Oh, okay.
Kmart.
Oh, well, Kmart mostly went out of business, so I don't think they cared that much either.
No. But no, those were the fun times in the Warp Tour days. Yep. But my friends and I did have an online music magazine back then too. So,
Oh, you needed to go.
yep.
Journalism,
And
journalistic integrity.
I street teamed for Victory Records back in the day too. So, I got in free to a few Warp Tours because of that.
That's rad. We
So
used to really love Victory Records when like the 2004 Atreyu stuff came out and all that all that early Victory Records stuff. That was awesome.
Victory Records was great. It was the guy that owned Victory Records that wasn't that great.
Oh,
That's where the problems lie. But
so did he, is he on the Epstein list or something?
no, not that kind of problems.
No, he just he was kind of shady.
Oh,
He was
was he?
shady.
Yeah, a day to
Bands didn't get
remember.
paid and all sorts of things, you know.
Yeah, a day to remember sued the hell out of Victory Records and got
Oh
like
yeah.
the rights to all their music back and
Yeah,
yeah.
they sued him and won, you
Oh,
know. I still remember actually I was at a Warp Tour and this was when Hawthorne Heights was like trying to get off the label or left the label or did something. And they got served papers at Warp Tour one year.
Were they
Yeah.
like on stage or like backstage?
I they were not on stage, but they got served warp papers at Warp Tour. I remember hearing about it.
dude,
Wow.
could you imagine right before you go on stage, some dickhead hands you've been served? I don't know if I'd even go on. I'd be like, you know what? That's bullshit.
I was just like, "Oh, that's interesting. Fun." What a guy. What a guy that Tony Brummel is. Anywho, are you guys going to Long Beach or no?
I don't have tickets for it.
Tis a shame.
Are
We were,
you?
you know, we thought we were gonna get in, but then we had to do this podcast.
Oh, it's all my fault. All this podcast's fault. I'm actually
Yep.
going to Orlando Warped Tour.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna fly there by myself.
What
Yeah,
about your
no,
husband?
My husband doesn't want to go, and he doesn't really want me to go by myself, but here we are.
yeah, no, my wife didn't want to go to Warp Tour. That's the reason why I'm not going because I was considering going to it, but I also don't like the price of the tickets
How
because
much are they?
Well, yeah.
remember the days when Warp Tour was like 20, $30?
Yep.
How much are they now?
Well, it's like 200 something dollars.
What? No, hell no, dude. What the hell?
Well, Warped Tour is also like 2 day thing now too. But it's kind of like a Warped Festival, so I don't know that I really call it Warped Tour. But here we are calling it Warped Tour.
$200? I don't know, man. And then I
I'm
gotta get a
hopeful.
hotel because
I'm
it's two
hopeful.
day.
Well, my friend, a friend of mine is going down there. I'm just not going with her. So hopefully I should be staying with her. Otherwise, I have my cousin lives in Orlando, can go stay with her.
Oh, all right. Well, that's cool.
I'll just have to
That's cool.
suffer a little because I'm allergic to cats and she has too.
Oh,
But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I haven't even bought my plane ticket yet, so
Are you
I'm
gonna try
waiting.
and go to Disney World while you're there?
I want to go to Universal Studios. She works for Universal Studios, my cousin.
Oh, nice.
So I'm like, ooh, I want to go visit Harry Potter World. My
Very
husband's
cool.
not happy I want to do that though. He's like, "What? I want to go there." I'm like, "Well,
and
then I
why
guess you
doesn't
should
he?
have come to Warp Tour
Why
with
doesn't
me."
he? Why doesn't he?
Because he should have come to Warp Tour with me.
Is he a Hufflepuff?
He actually is a Hufflepuff. I'm a Ravenclaw, so
Dork. Kidding, kidding. No, I don't even mess with the houses that much, but everyone says I'm a Slytherin.
I could see it.
Just kidding. My wife says she's a Hufflepuff, and I'm like, how'd that happen?
Hey, you know what? At least their mascot's a badger, so you know.
Yeah, Honey Badger don't give a.
But nope, I'm going to Warp Tour. I'm flying down from Wisconsin.
Could you say Wisconsin again?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin,
Sean, can you say it again?
Wisconsin.
Hey, I've been told I have an accent, so
We're from California, so I say hello all the time, so it's all good. I'm just teasing.
I've been told many a times that I say the word bagel weird.
I
Did
heard
it
it.
sound weird? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know.
bagel, bagel,
Bagel. I can't help it.
bagel.
It's just how I say bagel.
That's cool.
But no, Orlando should be fun. Hopefully next year there'll be a Midwest state, so I won't have to travel as far.
So you're in Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin? I don't, maybe I'm
Wisconsin.
saying it wrong. Maybe I'm the dumb one here.
Well, you're saying Wisconsin and there's an S before that N,
Oh, is
so
there? Well, see, I'm ignorant.
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin? I'm ignorant. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even talk. We only talk about the West Coast here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the West Coast is the best coast.
No. I'm just teasing. But yeah.
Had
So I
any
hope
earthquakes lately?
I hope kinda actually.
I think there's an
No,
earthquake
but
every day.
practically, yeah. I live pretty close to a fault line too, so yeah, that is kind of scary.
Hopefully you don't get swallowed up someday.
Yeah, that's definitely a fear.
That is a
Yeah,
fear
a fear of
actually.
getting swallowed up from an earthquake.
Or California breaking off and just kind of floating away or sinking.
I mean, there's a lot of areas in the United States that are kind of dangerous if you think about it. Florida could just be underwater someday, so
Well, here's hoping that you get to enjoy the Warp Tour not underwater. That'd be
yep,
really sweet.
that'd be great. I hope so. So we have a hot ticket, like a hot button subject that we started when we interviewed a band called A Virtue. We got talking about food and then we were talking about French fries. Now, I don't know how long you listened to some of our interviews, but if you got some, like, say you got frozen French fries in your freezer and you just stuck them right in a air fryer or in the oven, wherever you want to cook them, then you want to enjoy those French fries. What are you dipping them in?
Ketchup or
You're a
barbecue
ketchup guy.
sauce.
Barbecue
I
sauce
do
is
like
really the
barbecue
only answer,
sauce.
honestly.
Yeah.
What is the only good answer?
I don't know.
I'll be okay.
I don't want you to answer it.
Oh, I won't answer it then. Perfect.
Maybe you still will. So what are you dipping them in, Sean?
Probably nothing.
Nothing?
Maybe salt in them, and that's that.
Oh,
Or a little ketchup. Oh, did you catch me with salt?
I was gonna say Chris would actually agree with you because he likes his fries just plain, nothing on them.
Air back in them.
He's like
Actually,
if
I
his
like
his
hot
thought
sauce in my
process
fries
is
too.
his thought process has always been if it doesn't taste good with nothing on it, then it's a bad fry.
He's not exactly wrong. What
But
did you
Just
say?
I'm a
enhance the
barbecue girl,
flavor.
so
What?
You can enhance the flavor though.
that's what
You
others
know,
have said, that it's just enhancing the flavor. But Chris always goes back to, yeah, but you shouldn't have to enhance it if it's a good fry.
But that's what the
it's
salt's
not
for.
have to, it's wanting to.
I know exactly. I tell him that too. I'm like, I like to put barbecue sauce on it because it just makes the fry even better.
My wife loves fries. That's the person you should ask about fries. She loves fries. She'd eat
Yeah.
them all day, every day. I'm not a huge fry guy. I'll have one or two. Like I like them, but they're not my thing, you know?
Is she originally from the Midwest?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just
Little.
checking because, I feel like I like French fries are a big Midwest thing because,
Really?
I don't know.
I feel like with fries, it depends on the fry too. Like where I'm going depends on what I'm gonna dip it in.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
like if I do you guys have Del Taco there?
No.
No? Okay. Well, you're missing out. So if I go to Del Taco, they have a hot sauce called Del Scorcho. It's really good on their
Oh.
tacos, but it's even better on their fries. But then if I'm going to like McDonald's, it's barbecue sauce all day long.
Well, yeah. McDonald's barbecue sauce is great. I can't eat it anymore because had to go gluten free, and their sauce is not gluten free. So, unfortunately, I can't have that anymore.
Sorry to
That's
hear
too
that.
bad.
I know.
Sucks.
It does suck.
Maybe you could dip it in mustard.
No. Oh gosh, no.
That's only for bananas, right?
Apparently, it's only for bananas. No, I mean, I'm really big though. I like sweet potato fries a lot.
Oh, those are
Oh,
good. Yeah, I
I
dig
hate
those.
sweet
But
potato fries.
oh,
Hmm.
My
Brian,
wife loves them,
Brian,
so when we want to share fries, it's always like, ugh, but we can't.
But we
Brian.
can't. You got to get your own personal choice. Like waffle fries.
Oh,
Those
waffle
are those are
fries.
great.
Okay, that's different. All right, waffle fries. I eat those bad boys plain. I love them. Regular French fries could suck it. Waffle fries are that's it for me.
Yeah.
No, no, no dipping sauce though,
No dipping
because
sauce.
if they're good fries, they stand on their own, just like Chris said.
Right? That's what Chris says. Well, we're on to our final and last question. It's the most important one of the night.
Oh, is it the dinosaur one?
Yes, it is. It is the dinosaur one. What is your favorite dinosaur?
That's a good question. I used to really like dinosaurs when I was a kid. Um, I think probably just a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Do
And Sean,
chickens
you've
count?
had time to prep for this
Do
because you know what
chickens
the
count?
answer.
Do
Yeah.
chickens count? Because they're
I
the
mean,
modern day dinosaur.
they
Yeah,
technically are dinosaurs.
buck buck. No, I'm kidding. Chickens are cool, but I do like the pterodactyl, the flying ones. Like Petrie. You leave without Petrie.
Yep. Petrie.
So I think that's my favorite one. The ones that fly around and death from above. I think I'm more chill with that.
Death from above instead of
Death
death
from
from
above.
below.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to get eaten by a crocodile over there in the. You're going to Florida, right? The alligator Alcatraz. No, no, no. Give me the fly guys instead.
Oh yeah, you're about to see some real life dinosaurs.
Right? Hey, alligators are dinosaurs.
Are they really?
They are like there was bigger dinosaurs. They were bigger alligators back in the day, I think.
Alligators are dinosaurs? Let's ask the paleontologist guy.
I'm pretty sure
Are
we talked
alligators?
about it on that episode.
I might have missed it
You
because
might have missed it because it was a long
I
episode.
didn't watch it all. I'm sorry. I'm a bad boy. But I
Well,
should.
on the subject of dinosaurs, did you see the new Jurassic World movie?
I have not seen it yet, but I
It's
do need to.
it's pretty good. I went and watched it a few days ago, and I would say that I think it was better than like the Chris Pratt trilogy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was better than like the original, but definitely the newer stuff.
Yeah, I remember seeing the original Jurassic Park in the theaters when I was like 10. And I remember having to leave the theater because I was so scared at some of the parts that I just left until like the screaming stopped and then I came back.
Yeah, I remember seeing that movie in the at the drive-in. So it was like laying in the back seat of my dad's truck, just watching it on the big drive-in screen.
I like
Sean's
the
like, I don't
original
watch
one.
movies.
What was that?
Sean, you don't watch
I
movies.
don't watch movies very often. I watch the same movie over and over again, pretty much.
What movie?
My Little Ponies.
Now everyone knows I'm a brony, bro. Why do you got to tell people that? That's why everything's blacked out. Because I got a picture of what's the name of the biggest pony? Somebody help me.
Twilight Sparkle?
Twilight Sparkle right there, dude. Of course I know who Twilight Sparkle is. Because I'm a brony. No, I don't. I'm not a brony. I watch Signs over and over again because I just love that movie. Um, I can't stop watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's the tism. It's probably the tism.
I don't think I've ever actually watched that movie.
Don't go in thinking it's an alien movie. It's not an alien movie. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's a good movie. I really like it.
It
Can't
is,
stop
but it's
stop
not.
watching. I can't stop watching it. Yeah, really, really like that movie, and can't stop it. Sorry, Brian. He's always talking to me about good movies. He did get me to watch Superbad when that came out. I was like, oh, that was pretty good. So
Superbad's a fun movie.
the fun
Yeah, I
movie.
I drug him to the theater to see A Quiet Place too.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
I was actually very shocked and pleasantly surprised. I probably shouldn't say this in a public forum when, because they never show. Oh God, I shouldn't talk about this. You know what I'm gonna say, don't you, Brian?
I know what you're gonna
You
say.
know what I'm gonna say because well, I guess
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, I'll just keep my mouth shut.
I think the statute of limitations is up on that movie.
Yeah, it's been out a
It's
while.
it's it's old enough. But no, he's talking about the part where you see the alien come in and take the kid.
Ah,
I remember we both looked at each other in the theater like, "What?" Cuz yeah, that's like you don't see that in movies.
You never see kids get like just because like it's like real life, right? Like kids aren't invincible. Like in video games, like I'm not trying to say I'm into hurting children. I definitely am not. I'm like kids are cool and all. Um, but in like video games, like they're invincible. And in movies, they never get hurt. And this one, I'm like, oh my God, they actually showed it. So it blew my mind. It blew my mind. So I'm like, that was like kind of just something that real life, you know what I mean? Like kids are not invincible from the alien attack.
it's true. It's true. Kind of like I mean, nobody was really invincible in Independence Day.
Oh yeah. Everyone got vaporized. That was a good one.
Yeah,
That was a
that
good
was a good
one.
movie.
Good old
That's one of my favorite alien movies for sure.
It's a classic for sure.
indeed. Indeed. And 4th of July happened not too long ago. Hell yeah, America. America saves the day yet again.
I'm pretty sure that that movie gets played every 4th of July, probably on one channel, like all day long.
It has to. I
I'm
would.
pretty sure.
I would.
For someone that doesn't want to go outside on the 4th of July, they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and watch Independence Day over and over again.
That's definitely me. I don't go outside. I don't participate in the fireworks.
I did when I was a kid, but like this year, like some of the neighbors, I live in an apartment complex, and they were lighting off fireworks like next to people's cars. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh,
With
that's
the
not cool.
car alarms going off
No, but the sparks are flying all next to
on the
some of your
cars.
cars and stuff, and I'm like, geez, Louise, if you're gonna light it off, at least like go further away from people's cars, jerks.
Do you have a super nice car for the car shows?
My husband and I do have a '59 Chevy truck,
Ooh.
but
Nice.
unfortunately, he's thinking of selling it
Oh,
because we just
so
don't go to the shows anymore, really. So
oh, yeah, I was gonna say, so he's gonna sell your truck and he won't go to work tour with you? Jess, I
he
don't
just
know.
he doesn't like to fly. So if we did go to Warped Tour, we'd have to drive down, and that would just take like
Oh,
24 hours to get
that
there.
would
So
suck. Yeah, I don't like
so
to
in a
fly
way, it
either.
kind of works out for me because I don't want to drive down.
Never mind. I take back what I said.
It's okay. Like I said, I'm gonna know some people down there, so at least I won't be alone once I get there.
Oh, that's nice. It's very
And I've
nice.
flown by myself before. He's just concerned about me flying by myself.
Well, it's understandable. I mean, I wouldn't.
He's like,
I
I don't
might.
want someone to abduct you.
Understandable.
Is this taken?
You never know. You never
He's
know
gonna
these
call.
days. You never know these days.
It's
But
true.
the dinosaur question was our last question. Now, did you
Are-
have anything else you'd like to add at
She's
the end
trying
of
to
this
get rid of
interview?
us, Brian. She's trying to get rid of us.
No, we can keep going if you want. I can talk. This is what Chris and I usually do. We get off on tangents about everything. If you
The
didn't
mi-
notice in the interviews that you watched.
The Midwest goodbye.
Yes, the Midwest goodbye. Chris is known for his Irish goodbye, where he just out and leaves. He's been getting a little Midwest though lately.
Oh, has he?
Yep, my Midwest goodbye's rubbing off on him.
Is he in the Midwest too?
No, he's in Syracuse, New York.
Oh, okay.
So he's East Coast, I'm Central, and you guys would be West
West
Coast.
Coast. Where'd you meet Chris if you guys live so far away?
Well, we've actually never met in person. We met a
Really?
long time ago in on MySpace in like 2004.
Dude, I miss MySpace.
Yep.
I made actual real friends in MySpace. Real friends on MySpace that I actually did meet one of my real MySpace friends. You remember Greg, Brian?
Yeah, I remember him.
He texts me all the time still. He's a great dude. And he actually was coming into San Francisco one year and I said, "We got to go. We got to meet this dude." So we met and it was super cool. I really liked the dude. That's back when the internet actually had real people and not just catfish and people, Nigerian princes trying to take money from you and all that stuff. But man, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had a person who we used to talk all the time. She called me her big sister. Yeah, we talked all the time. She sent me stuff, talked to my mom. Um, we talked all the time, and I had no. Her name was Marianne, and she never wanted to meet. We lived very close by, and I found out she passed away not too long ago, and we just stopped talking out of nowhere. I'd call her, I'd try to get a hold of her, nothing. She had cancer and she died, and she didn't want to tell me or my mother, so that super sucks. Super sucks. But that was MySpace friends, and God,
Yep. But Chris and I have never met. We'll meet eventually.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you'll run into
The
each other
running,
in a Warp Tour.
well, the running joke is that we've talked to other bands and told them this. They're like, "Oh, well, you guys should come to our show in Cincinnati." And we're like, "Okay." They're like, "'Cause that's in between you guys. It's about the same amount of hours drive and everything." And we're like, "So Cincinnati's the middle point, apparently." But we've talked about it. We're like, Chris and I have discussed, and he's like, we should really do like Jam XP should put on a show and call it the Jam Experience.
That is a phenomenal idea.
But and then we're like joking, we're like, we'll do it in Cincinnati. But we've gotten other bands, they're all like, oh, we'll play, we'll play. So we have people that said they'd play.
I'm sure you'd have no problem finding bands. Like you guys have, you said, how many episodes? Hundreds?
We just released 105.
105.
Well, yes.
That's a lot to choose from, and a lot of these bands like you and they watch your interviews. So why not?
You'd be surprised at how many people that we interview haven't watched any of our interviews, though. They
They
don't do
gotta
their own
they
research.
gotta
They
do their
just come
research.
on.
Brian, you have a kid and you watched an interview.
I
You
did.
watched them.
Yeah, 3 episodes.
You watched 3 episodes. I
Yeah.
watched at least 3 episodes because I knew kind of what I was getting into. And that's so rude. How could you not? I
Some
mean,
people have and some people haven't. They have lots of things going on, and I don't blame them, but at
yeah, but
least watch a little bit of some of the episodes. Get a
we're,
feel
we're
for what kind of people we are.
Yeah, just put it in the background while you're working and
Yeah, you don't even have to
yeah.
watch, just listen.
yeah, we're working on music and we're very busy people. I mean, today is, well, today is my wife and I's anniversary where we actually started dating. I took her out to lunch, dinner, whatever, and I said, "Hey, baby, I got this thing. Don't be mad." But she had a class today also, so we Her classes got canceled, but we made it happen. We went out to dinner, we went out to lunch, dinner thing. We're gonna hang out afterward, you know. So I don't know if busy's really a good excuse because we made it happen.
Sean's
Well,
calling him out.
Calling them out.
you guys are just that much cooler than some of the other people we've had, then there you go.
You were very sweet, Jess. You were very cool too. Sorry I gave you a hard time. I was totally joking. You're super cool. I like you and Chris. I do think you guys are fun and great to be around, and that's why you have a podcast that's running so long. And we
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Well, hopefully, hopefully we can get more people to listen to the podcast and we just keep growing every year.
Hope so too. Keep it
That's all
up.
that you can hope for. Kind of like bands, when you start a band, you're like hoping you get followers and more people listening. It's a similar thing, except we release, interviews and random episodes and not music.
Uh,
Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do the interviews. Brian and I used to have a podcast that we used to do, but it was a lot of work scheduling with people, and people wouldn't show up. And I'm just like, forget it. I'm done.
We have
Like,
had no shows before.
that's not cool. That's super unacceptable. Like, if you commit to something, these are other people's lives, right? Like, this is something that you're counting on, right? You're
Right.
counting on to put out an episode for the week, you know? So if we didn't show up, that'd be super duper rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't going to do that to you.
we respect your time.
We respect
Well,
your
there you go. Because you guys are, mature adults.
We're the
time.
king of cups.
We're the king of
You're the
cups,
king of
baby.
cups.
Emotionally mature. Bad. What's the name of that bad media? Bad. Oh no. Why can't I remember that name? I always call them Bad Copy. They're another Instagram account that releases like signal cords. You remember them, Brian?
Hmm.
Bad Club Media. I always call them Bad Copy Media for some reason, but they're Bad Club Media. They said we're emotionally immature as well. Very, very fitting.
Very fitting.
Very fitting.
Well, is there anything you want to add before we cut recording at least?
Just check us out on Spotify. Follow us on Instagram. Do all the things. We're everywhere.
They're everywhere, everyone.
And
Check them out everywhere.
be on the
King of
lookout,
Cups.
be on the lookout for our song coming out called Waited. Is it called Waited, Brian? We landed on that name?
I think so.
Waited. The song is called Waited. It will be out maybe this month in July 2025 or August 2025. Keep an eye out and follow Jamx Podcast and give them all the love because they absolutely deserve it because they took the time out to talk to us. So, and they're down to talk to you. So give them love. Give King of Cups love. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely give King of Cups love. He ate a banana with mustard
I
during
did,
the
just for
interview.
you. Just for you and Chris. For real. For real. I went to the store. It was like an impulse thing. After my wife and I had our lunch, I was like, baby, I gotta do this. I gotta get some mustard. She said, we got mustard. That's a spicy mustard. I can't eat that with a banana. That'd be weird. So I got some honey mustard and it didn't work, dude. It didn't work.
I think
Do
Chris
not recommend.
actually has tried a spicy mustard on his banana before.
Which one does he prefer?
He said they both taste all right. Regular yellow and spicy.
I gotta tell you, Chris is a weird dude. I like the dude, but he's a weird dude.